Walked in the courtroom knowing motherfucking well I was guilty, mugging the judge, everybody that testified against me. Told my lawyer, fuck a deal, I'ma take it to trial. Whatever they give me, they just give me. I'ma take it and smile. Mama sitting next to my bitch, both got tears in their eyes. I looked at her, told her, don't worry, ain't nothing but time. And no matter how much they give me, they can't break my spirit. Every man got a line, mine, but not get near it. It's in my blood, my daddy raised me to get off where I'm mad. And if a nigga ever try to play me, get off in his ass. If they give me life, I can't be mad, cause I stood behind what I believe in. That nigga lucky breathing. Got off on him at point blank range, just like a cutthroat. Nigga passed out and I knocked the stuffing out his cup coat. Must've thought the shit was a game. I don't play those. Off the wall, walk to the stove. Never changed clothes. That nigga know what he did to get what he got. When it was time to take a shit, he chose to get off the pot. That nigga know what he did to get what he got. When it was time to take a shit, he chose to get off the pot.
What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. What's good with it? Say, baby, cuz came, baby, cuz you back to back tonight, ain't you, a little bit? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with people like hee ha ha? You know what I'm talking about? Ken and the pen, you know what I'm talking about? Lil Easy, you know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, all my folks up under the game and on top of it, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Keep your head up, man. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Uh-oh. Swing that finger, young man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? Indugu, Fresh, Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Lil Rue. Not Lil Rue, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. You know what I'm talking about? The fuck I was on. Oh, same thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, all my folks on the bottom of the game, all my folks on top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through these disclaimers. Now you see a brother like me, I don't promote no drug usage. I don't promote no drug sellage. Don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sippage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't. You know what I'm talking about? Promote. You know what I'm talking about? No. You know what I'm talking about? Negativity. No, I don't. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote nothing, man. I don't promote shit. All I promote is do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with it. We don't know how much we got, people. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like myself, I ain't prejudiced, ain't got nothing against sexually different, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against nobody, you know what I'm talking about? I love everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? That love. Back to the YouTube community. Now, as you with me, come on and fuck with your partner, man. Baby, cuz back to back on you tonight, huh? Back to back to back to back. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing out there? You still up, man? We got about, I don't know, about 28 minutes left. You know what I'm talking about? On this Thunder Thursday. You know what I'm talking about? How much noise you made. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody who said they was going to bed and laid down on the couch. I'm gonna ask. Good night, guys. I see you. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, listen. I couldn't get AF without getting Z. You know what I'm talking about? Who remember this night right here? This was a cold night. It was hella shit going on this night, to be exact. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got shot at. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got chastised. You know what I'm talking about? But that ain't the story I'm going to tell. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It ain't none of my business. You know what I'm talking about? Story I'm going to tell is this one. You know what I'm talking about? Who remember the night when the Lacey, the Lacey people had the party, the Lacey firm had the party right there by the spot on 109th by the old school Hickory pit? Oh, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Man, we was all scrambled around, everybody calling each other. You know, like I said, somebody that got shot at down there at the store. Somebody that got chastised inside the car. You know what I'm talking about? All that kind of good shit right there. So somehow we meet up. The first spot we go, matter of fact, shout out Slim and Mocha. You know what I'm talking about? Because we was headed to the Lacey people party. You know what I'm talking about? We was headed to the Lacey Street party. You know what I'm talking about? And somehow we I guess Mocha and them was throwing a function or something. Mocha and them function was popping, as a matter of fact, man. We went in there, they had video cameras and all kind of shit. That shit was popping, you know what I'm talking about? I forgot to tell you, I left out a small fact. We was on like shit. You know what I'm talking about? We on like a motherfucker. So we pile up in there, we go to Mocha, wherever they was at first, you know what I'm talking about? Fire pop. You know what I'm talking about? I see your shit. So we up in there, the Mocha and them then kicked us out and shit. That shit was like a slumber party or something. It was like all girls, and I don't know what they did, man. They had a lot of them up in there though. They shit was cracking to keep it real. You know what I'm talking about? That's where we should stay. But anyway, we drift on over here. We make our way over here to the Lacey party. You know what I'm talking about? Now the first problem we got is we high as a motherfucker off them good pills. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug users. It's back when pills used to cost you $20, $25. 30 even. You know what I'm talking about? So listen. We get there, the first problem we got, motherfucker ain't got no ID, man. You know what I'm talking about? So the Lacey firm, this how they do it. The Lacey firm go in, it was like, you remember the old school bus, when you get on the bus and everybody just hand the bus pass out the window, and you just keep recycling that motherfucker to everybody on. You know what I'm talking about? So we up in that motherfucker dog pound deep, but before we can get up in there, right? We ain't got no ID, baby, because I ain't had no ID. I came out here, you know what I'm talking about? So listen, they was going in there, they was passing the IDs out, bam. So I want to say I had Answer Rube ID, you know what I'm talking about? Shout out, thank you, you know what I'm talking about? So we up in there now, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, we thick, now we dog pound deep. Now look, we ain't even supposed to be up in there, right? You know how niggas is when they off them pills, right? We barely even got up in this motherfucker. What's the first thing Baby Cuz go do? You know Baby Cuz needs some of that good rap music. I don't like this shit they playing. I don't know what he was doing. So I'm all up in there fucking with the DJ. You know what I'm talking about? Spotlight on me. I guess AF wondering, looking what the fuck I'm doing. AF come snatch me off stage, come whisper in my ear. Bruh, if you don't get the fuck away from these people and leave these goddamn people alone, nigga, we barely got up in here. What did you up in here fucking with that man record player and shit for? You know what I'm talking about? So AF then settle me down, you know what I'm talking about? Who come through? So we was already up in there, dog pound deep, right? And like I said, it was hella shit going on that night, so we was kind of back there congregating. So they came back there basically and told us to split up and shit. We can't be congregating like that amongst some people establishment, you know what I'm talking about? They say this was in now the fellas can't congregate like that. Y'all got to go hold a Verizon somewhere else. You know what I'm talking about? They basically say go talk to one of these bitches or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all got to get from it was almost like when you was in the penitentiary and you can't walk you only got to walk two around the yard. Man, you know what I'm talking about? Can't be in a group. So everybody dispersed. Me and AF back on the wall. We making hella jokes and shit about what's going on tonight. And like I say, somebody ain't got shot at, somebody ain't got chastised. You know what I'm talking about? So we talking amongst ourselves. You know what I'm talking about? Who come in? Here come Tay. You know what I'm talking about? From the burnout. Look, my man go get a big old bottle of Moet. You know what I'm talking about? Man, he had a bucket on ice. He set that motherfucker down at the table. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, he was sitting around looking like Cool Kid Joe. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know what he was waiting on, but I don't know. I guess it didn't pan out or whatever, right? Somehow a nigga AF got that nigga to pop that Moet bottle though, right? God damn, man, that nigga AF over there feasting on that nigga Moet bottle, right? God damn, man. But this took the whole part. Now I told you this one was about Z, right? So look, me and AF over there feasting on that nigga Moet bottle. Nigga out the blue. We don't know what's the fuck going on. Me and AF come over there, bro, this bitch just come out of nowhere. We ain't even know this bitch was up in the party. She tapped that nigga AF on his shoulder like this, right? And was like, hey, man, who are you guys? What's wrong with y'all? What kind of drugs are you guys on? That nigga AF was looking at the bitch talking about, the fuck you mean what kind of drugs you on? Blood, we must have turned around and looked at Z. This nigga Z over there, that nigga lip was on the bottom of this part right here, right? That nigga was over there chain smoking hella Salem's. That nigga was over there going through one, man. That nigga shit had locked up on him, man. He was burning rubber at the stoplight. God damn. Look, man, we went over there, man, and told that nigga our cover was blown, man. You know what I'm talking about? It was just time to call it a night over there, man. But on my mama out the blue, while we was over there feasting on that nigga Moet bottle, man, bitch came over there and tapped on that nigga's shoulder like 3 times, like doom, said, man, what's wrong with you guys? Who are y'all? You know what I'm talking about? That bitch said, what's wrong with your friend? What kind of drugs is you on? Man, we turned around, man, this nigga Z over there chain smoking like Sally Field.